Okay, good day guys, good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. A gentle reminder as always to please like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it is a free way to support the channel. And a massive thank you as always to all the support that we get from you guys. We really do appreciate it. So today I want to talk a bit about the Vancouver Whitecaps number 23 overall pick, right? Former Kingston College standout Javain Brown, right? 23 overall in the draft he went to the Vancouver Whitecaps, and he recently just made his debut for the Vancouver Whitecaps against Sporting Kansas City. Unfortunately, Vancouver lost the game. They lost the game 3-0. And truth be told, I watched the game and honestly it was poor from the Vancouver Whitecaps. I mean, Sporting Kansas were just miles the better team. By the time Javain came on in the 61st minute, Vancouver were already down 3-0. Right? So as I said, man, Sporting were just miles the better team. Javain is one of a couple rookies that we have in the MLS as well, so we're keeping tabs on all of them for sure. We have already previously reported on Justin McMaster as well at Minnesota, right? So we're talking about Brown today, you know, and McMaster, as you guys would have, if you guys watch my video, you would have known that he himself had a good debut as well for Minnesota. And no, Brown, it was Brown's time, right, against Sporting Kansas in this game. And one of the reasons why I'm particularly excited about this young player's potential development, he's 22 years old, right? And one of the reasons why I'm particularly excited about this young player's development is that, boy oh boy, we need some additional personnel in the right back department. Right, the right back department is right now not our best department at all. Not our best department at all. It is one of our weakest positions on the pitch in terms of from a personal standpoint. So I'm really hoping that Javain Brown can develop into a player that can, you know, be of good use to the national team. And from what he showed in this particular game, you know, it got me a little bit more excited, right? I mean, the player looked good. I mean, I know he came on in the 61st minute for a right back called Nervinsky, right? He came on in the 61st minute. Nervinsky is more, seems from this game, judging from this game, Nervinsky seems to be more of a defensive-minded right back. Right, didn't really show a lot of attacking prowess, right? Javain Brown, on the other hand, you know, came on into the game. As I said, they were down 3-0 and they needed some attacking impetus. And Javain Brown, you know, looked good at times going forward. Certainly showed a lot more going forward than than Nervinsky, who he replaced. He certainly showed a lot more attacking intent. Right, Nervinsky for the entire game, I don't think he got one cross in the entire game, right? Brown didn't get any crosses in because they were blocked, but he attempted 3 off the top of my head right now. I remember him attempting in this game, right? 3 attempted crosses. 1 went out for Vancouver's first corner of the game, right? In like the 62nd or the 60, I think it was the 62nd minute, right? Vancouver's first corner of the game. That just goes to show you how poor Vancouver was going forward in this one, right? One of the other attempted crosses was blocked, and well, all of them were blocked. One of them went to the goalkeeper and another one went out for a throw-in, right? But he certainly attempted a lot more crosses than the right back who he replaced, and he got up the line many more times than the right back who he replaced and showed a lot more attacking intent. The player did well in this game, right? The player did well in this game, right? On both sides of the ball, I might add. You know, this fellow is making his professional debut, and he didn't look out of place at all. He did not look out of place at all. He looked good. He looked like he fits right in. Right? Didn't look out of place at all. Looked like he was ready for the moment and raring to go. Judging by this performance, I certainly think that, you know, consideration would be given going forward by the coaching staff to involve Javain a lot more. I can't speak to whether or not they will start the player going forward, but honestly, to me, he looked like a better option than judging by this particular game, right? A small window nonetheless, but judging by this particular game, he looked like a better option than Nervinsky on both sides of the ball. You also have to take into consideration as well that he was very fresh, and he was playing against a number of players who would have been out there for over an hour. One of his very first involvements in the game was an excellent tackle to win possession. Player tried to get past him in a 1v1. You know, he did an excellent tackle, a well-timed challenge. You know, won possession impressively and delivered a good overhead ball up the line, right, to one of his fellow attackers or one of his attacking teammates, right, and the overhead ball was bang on the money, and the tackle or the challenge was you know, good. It was very well timed, right, and he won the ball cleanly and won it fairly. As I stated, he was only on the pitch for about 3 minutes, and in those 3 minutes attempted 2 crosses, right? One of the crosses went out for the corner, and off that same corner, Javain almost scored. I mean, it was the angle was tough to see just how close it was, but from my vantage point, the header off the corner from Javain Brown, he rose high, right? I mean, the guy was on the pitch for 3 minutes, right, and he was already rising high, you know, above everyone else on a corner, and you know, the header went just wide. As I said, I might be missing. I'm not so sure just how close it was, because the angle, you know, it was kind of difficult to see with regards to the view, to just to see how close it was. But judging from what I saw, it didn't seem to have missed by much. So it was a very good header from Javain Brown. Not bad, you know, not a bad. It would have been so amazing if he had scored, but you know, not a bad attempt, right? For a guy who was making his pro debut and on the pitch, not even 5 minutes. I think he did well from the perspective of choosing his moments to get forward as well and get himself into advanced positions, right, to support the attack. And his positioning in this game was good, right? His positioning in this game was good in my estimation on both sides of the ball. He picked his moments well to get forward and did have some impact, right, on this game going forward. Another highlight, there were about 2 or 3 occasions when players tried to get past him 1v1, and he did some good challenges in this game as well. Did some good challenges on one possession. He had some good tackles in this game. The highlight of his game, though, for me was an excellent piece of skill down the right flank, man. So what happened? The ball was, you know, the attack was progressing down the left. Progressing down the left, and a big switch out wide right to Javain Brown rather, bursting down the side, right, bursting down the right flank, right, and it took some effort to get to it, right. He really had to put on the burners to get to it, right. He settled it just right on the line, right on the touch line. He settled it, just barely kept it in play, and then, you know, took another touch to try and get forward. And then his third touch, first of all, it was a very good control. He was mid-air. He had to jump mid-air, right, to take it out of the air. Second touch, push forward. Third touch now was the really impressive piece of skill from Javain Brown. The third touch was a nutmeg, right? He cut inside, right, and slipped it through the player's legs and nutmeg the player. By the way, guys, what should I say when I'm talking about nutmeg? Should I say the traditional Jamaican term for it, salad, or should I say a nutmeg? Hit me in the comment section and let me know. Salad or nutmeg, because the Europeans call it nutmeg, right? We call it salad. But hit me in the comment section and let me know how you feel about that. Which term should I use, right? But yeah, it was an impressive bit of skill from Javain, right? Beat the player, all ends up. Beat the left fullback, all ends up, right? Cut inside and just slipped it through his legs, right? Very impressive play from Javain Brown, right? Beat the player, all ends up before, passing it to a player more centrally, right? So that I just thought was just an very impressive play from Javain Brown. One, to control and to settle it, because as I say, it was a difficult take. It was right on the edge of the touchline, and the ball, the switch was a little, it was kind of a little bit overhit, right? And he had to jump mid-air to take it out of the air. It was a difficult take, but he did very well on the play. Very well on the play. And overall, he looked lively going down the line, going down the right flank. Picked his moments when to, stay back. He was smart about that, when to stay back. I think he got that right. And when to go forward as well. Had some, as I said, he caused, the first corner of the game for Vancouver. Had some positive moments going forward. And overall had a good game. And as I said, the highlight of his game was that impressive ball control and that impressive piece of skill to beat the left fullback. So his positional play in this game was good. Good tackles, good forward play, good passing, both short and long passes. Right, the one long pass he did was the overhead ball down the line, and about his second involvement in the game, and it was bang on the money. As I said, we couldn't really get to see the crosses because, in terms of the quality of the crosses, because all three crosses were blocked. He could have probably taken a touch on those particular plays to get some space for himself, to create some space for himself to open up a crossing channel. Right, that's just probably the one criticism I have. And to be fair though, the blocks were good. The respective defenders did do well to get themselves in front of the respective crosses. So that's it. Hopefully Javain Brown can continue this, man. Hopefully he can continue this. I was very impressed with his performance, and hopefully he can get some game time going forward. We hear the likes of James Justin coming in. We hear the likes of Kyle, well, not coming in, but we hear, well, it is being reported that James Justin and Kyle Walker-Peters are very interested. I don't know, especially for Justin. I think Justin is trying to get attention from England, but that's my take, right? But the moral of the story is, if it's even for Javain to be good depth, right? We desperately need some fullbacks right now. I mean, thank God Almighty, Wes Morgan has come into the mix. But before Wes, it was Alvas who was rubbing bench down at Sudan, and Mariappa, right, who is as slow as a snail. I mean, I like Mariappa. He's a favorite of mine, always has been, but age has caught up with him to some extent. Difficult for him to get up and down the pitch like one time, and also, to show pace over short and long distances. So we desperately need depth in this particular area of the pitch. So hopefully Javain Brown gets more opportunities. I think he will. He had an impressive debut. I think he will get more opportunities. So hopefully he gets more opportunities, more game time, and continues to put in more impressive performances like this one that he did today against Sporting Kansas. Unfortunately, they had lost the game 3-0. But as I said, Javain, but one of the things that impressed me was he was good in 1v1s in terms of defending against 1v1s. that's a big deal for me in a fullback. So let's see what the player does going forward. Okay, guys, that's my 2 cents. Stay safe, take care, and until next time, enjoy the rest of the day.